Hey, welcome to Ask a Pastor, where hopefully we do our best to answer some of our parents' most important questions that you might be asking yourself.
If we haven't met, my name is Kyle Fox. I serve here at Gateway Church as the executive pastor of kids, youth, and young adults.
And my name is Abram, and I'm honored to lead our youth ministry here at Gateway. And we're going to do our best to answer some of these questions.
And hopefully have fun along the way. What is the best piece of advice you received as a teen?
Ooh. I'm gonna say it was probably something from my dad. And I can't think of what it was.
I got advice from your dad today.
Yeah?
He's still giving good advice.
I would say the best advice I got as a teen was enjoy the journey. Like, super simple, but I'm very hard on myself. So when I was right out of high school, and I was down on myself. I didn't know what I wanted to do, where I wanted to go. I felt like I wanted to do ministry. I didn't know in what capacity, and I felt like, or somebody just came up to me. It was actually a security officer at our North Richland Hills campus came up to me and said, "Hey, the Lord told me to just come up and tell you, enjoy the journey." So every single week in my life, there's a moment where I'm like, Abram, enjoy the journey, enjoy the journey. So
That's good.
my answer.
My dad was always encouraging me to, be brave and talk to people that I might have been nervous to talk to. He still to this day owns a business, and there were a lot of people around as I was a kid that probably intimidated me. But I always remember him saying, go talk to him, go shake their hand. And it's, as a kid, that made me step out of my comfort zone. Yeah. But he wanted me to know that I had everything I needed to connect with people.
Hey, you do that.
So, yeah.
Good job at taking that advice, because you did. How do I help build confidence in my teens? I think that this is like the same. We kind of answered a question like this already, but to me it goes back to playing offense, addressing things in their life. Like, I feel like we know the play that the enemy's running. The enemy's attacking identity. He's using things like depression, anxiety. We see it everywhere. And actually, I was at a camp this last week, and I told them this, that I think it was 2012, every negative metric for mental health shot up in 2012. It was the same time that every metric of social media shot up. So I think we know what we're going against, and I think that's to our advantage. The enemy's always going to overplay his cards. So I think, how do you build confidence in your teens? Well, we know the play. And so we get to play offense against it, so we can instill things in them early on that they might not really have to use until 10 years from now. But things like you tell your girls, like I tell my daughter, like, she's beautiful. That's how I think we build confidence in them. I think maybe I'm asking you this question, because that's kind of from the ground up, but you have teenage girls. How do you, maybe for confidence that's been broken, and then you have to rebuild it?
Yeah.
Like, how do you do that in your girls?
Well, so, something really practical that came to mind is when you read the card, and it's crazy that my girls sat in this studio yesterday recording something for kids ministry.
It's crazy.
And we walked, I could tell on the ride here, they were a little quiet, and it can be intimidating
for
sitting in a room like this and not knowing who's behind the camera. So I was honest with them about how sometimes it intimidates me and just the journey that I've been on, but also we addressed before we got out of the car. You're a child of the Most High God. You don't have anything to prove. And the thoughts that might come in and tell you you're not worthy of doing, in that case it was something in a studio, but this applies to something at school, that if it comes in and causes fear, it's not from the Lord. Yeah. Because the Word tells us that the Lord has given us a spirit of power, of love, and a sound mind.
That's great.
And they can do anything.
Yeah, I thought while you were saying that, I think it's important to remind our teenagers that confidence doesn't always mean strength.
Yeah,
like, we think that confidence is this thing of like, I'm strong and I'm mighty and I can do this. But the Bible says to boast in your weakness. So I think there's a difference between those two things. Like, it's okay to be nervous. It's okay to be, but don't let it shake your identity, which is what you told your girls. You're a child
That's
of
really
God,
good.
and you're nervous, and that's okay.
It's okay. Yeah. Thank you for joining us today. We hope you have found this helpful.
And if we can do anything else for you, if you need some resources to hopefully answer these questions for you a little bit more, you can find those in the link below. We'll see you soon.